in Delhi place, and this organization has grown over the years. Today, to sum it up, today Prayas runs about 200 odd centers across 10 states of India, including Kashmir being the latest one. And we access about 40,000 children and other types of beneficiaries on day-to-day basis. We have nearly 800 professionals working for us, and we are running some health programs also. We have got primary health centers, community health centers, sub-centers, and some quarantine centers also especially tailor-made for this particular time in COVID times in Arunachal Pradesh and Bihar. So that's what we are doing. Now, since we are talking about children, let me qualify and clarify. They take the first call. I mean, the kind of children I am talking about. Well, India has nearly 40% of population as children, less than 18 years. And this being the youngest country in the world from the this point of view, demographic point of view. And among these 40% children, a large number, a very large number happen to be children in extremely difficult circumstances, whom we prefer to call under the law children in need of care and protection or neglected children. And some percentage also happen to be the vagrant children or the children who are in conflict with law, that kind of children. Prayas, my organization, runs about 38 homes and shelters. So nearly 3,000 children and adults also, homeless adults, they live with us. And we have, as I mentioned to you, some health programs. We are running child helpline. You'll be happy to know that perhaps this country has one of the best organized child helplines in the world. We have 1098, that's the number. And you call up this number, the toll-free number, and you reach out somewhere where some kind of support, health support, shelter support, any support can be given by the organization running it. And this child line was actually started by Prayas. We also started something called crisis intervention centers, which are in huge number, nearly 200 districts of India. Out of 700 districts, we are running crisis intervention centers. Now, the issue today is very, very difficult. I mean, I must concentrate on the COVID times and the problems being faced. As I mentioned to you, the large number of these children, they happen to be nearly 35 million of them, as per the government records also, who happen to be the children in need of care and protection, child labor, destitute children, homeless children, working children, and children who are migrants also in a big way. Dr. Rajan Narayan just mentioned about migrant children. Let me clarify that millions and millions of migrants are on the move. They were on the move more just about a month back when the national lockdown was announced by the Prime Minister of India. It created huge problems in the sense that, nearly 400 working population, out of them nearly 100 million working population. They happen to be in various other parts of the country. They lost their jobs. Every 1 out of 4 working person lost the job. And since we have got large number of working children also, or those kind of children who tag on to their families and parents, they were in very, very difficult circumstances, and they started going back to their respective homes, their kind of home states and home places. And that created a unique kind of problem. And Prayas is an organization which I serve. We started off something that we had not done earlier. Besides those 4,000 to 5,000 people or children who live with us, we started feeding the migrant population. We started feeding the domestic workers and these kind of migrant population on reverse journey. And we found that a large number of these children are totally helpless. Many lost their lives also. So this is the kind of broad situation in which we are supposed to operate today. And as I mentioned to you that since it is such a big number of children in difficult circumstances, we have nearly 9,000 shelters and homes run by various voluntary organizations in India. And there are at least 300,000 children living in those homes and shelters. They are better protected, but there is a serious issue again of social distancing. There is an issue, they may not be wearing masks. There is an issue that these homes may not be best provided. The issue of isolation, the issue of quarantine, etc. are very, very serious so far as children are concerned. So these are some of the issues which in COVID times we are facing. One particular point I would like to mention besides this that, most of the active programs, the programs relating to education, the programs relating to child care in general, and other of course like skill development programs. In fact, since we are running a large number of programs for the empowerment of these children who are above 15 years of age, we had to stop all that stuff. Most of the skill development programs have stopped. Most of the education programs have stopped. And we do not know when are we going to start it. I mean, where are we going to resume these programs is a big issue with us. And of course, you must have heard that in India we are trying to convert many of these programs online. And there are thousands of schools which are now running online, but we have this special kind of problem. Our children, are they living with us, or they have gone back in those situations, back home in their villages, back home in those conditions? They are totally deprived. That's very, very difficult to connect them, very, very difficult to engage them or to help them out. So we are in a flux. We are in a very, very difficult situation where these millions of children whom we serve, whom we try to kind of help out in these times, we are not able to do. And of course, we are getting some support from various organizations. The point I would like to make through you, that amongst all types of people who are definitely suffering, all types of people who are totally dislocated, life has got totally destabilized for everyone. But the children take the first fall. These 40% of India's population, I talk about them. And among those people, those children who happen to be destitute, working, homeless, children in difficult circumstances, children who don't have access to healthcare,